Does appearance make a difference to the options that someone's accessible to in terms of the opposite sex? Corey's looking at me like Corey looking at me.
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely. Listen, this is the world we live in. I've seen it so many. Oh my God, I'm so happy you brought this question up, man. You have no idea. Uh, I've heard so many women say they want this type of man, that type of man. I'm like, have you seen yourself? And I mean that I can be respectful when I say this, but to me, it seems you're disrespectful for thinking you can accomplish such a high goal. Like you want a man with all this money. You want a man who was going to pamper you and take you on trips and do all this wine and dine you. Ma'am, if you're walking around, you can't say you want a VP of a corporation when you walk around with your hair undone and flip flops on, with your toes not done, just looking unkept. So you have to be able to present something that says, okay, this is something I can take home as is. Like you don't want to get something, you want to grab something and say, okay, I got to fix this thing up from the bottom up. I got to create this up because if I don't, you ain't gonna go ahead and embarrass me. What you're not gonna do is embarrass me. So I feel that yes, you should stay in your lane. There is a lane for everyone. Me, hey, can I get Halle Berry in my dreams? Of course I can. I'm that guy. I can do that. But in reality, it may not happen. You know what I mean? But confidence is one thing. There's nothing wrong with having confidence. But at the same time, to shoot so high, it's you have to yourself. You know what you're capable. I have a Facebook friend that that comes to mind every time this situation comes up. She tells me the exact type man that she wants to be in a relationship with. And in my head, I'm praying for her because I see a man being that type of guy for her. And again, it's not to be mean. It's not to be, I'm slightly joking a little bit here, but honestly, it does boil down to attraction levels, and if you don't have a certain attraction level, then there are other things you have to have going for you very well. So if you're not as attractive, maybe you have a great personality. Your personality supersedes your attractiveness. Those are situations where that can help you. So to me, I think that it's possible.
Hey, Corey wants to let this thing be cancelled so quickly. This brother went in. Ah, okay. I'm hearing you. It's the untold truth, and this is why it's an unfiltered conversation. So I'm hearing you. Only I'm gonna ask the same question. Okay, for us as men, okay, does the appearance matter, and does appearance affect the amount of options that you have in the opposite sex?
For answer your first question, yes, I think appearances matter.
Mm-hmm.
When your second question, are you saying for the way the woman looks, does that equate to more options? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Does it affect the options? So if the way you look
Yes. Yes.
to us as men,
So
does that
yes,
affect
the answer is yes and yes. The
why?
answer to both questions. I'm sorry.
Why?
What?
The ladies are gonna want to know why. So because that's what they always be asking. And why? So I'm asking you why. Why is it? Why is
I
it
think
that
I think
you know?
attraction matters, and the key thing is like for I know for me is I can't be around you 24/7, 24/7, but it's the image or like how do you look when I'm not around, or how's that going to be perceived? Like most, I know I don't want to be with someone sloppy or someone who's disheveled or someone who don't look good. So if I know appearances matter or beauty matters, again, of course, I'm gonna be attracted to someone that's been put together, someone that's more well kept. I think most men do, and it. I guess where we're going to boil this, for example, we were talking about the Joel example from the previous season of Ready to Love. So there are two voluptuous women on the show. You had Tressa and Bernicia. Yes, they're both voluptuous, they're both full figured women, but you see how Joel was attracted to one and not the other. And the case was, who was the more presentable woman on the show, or be the most present option in front of Joel. Joel went with that option. Maybe Tressa was a better person. Maybe she was intellectually more mature and actually probably could have provided him more of a satisfied relationship than Vernisha. But the guy was thinking with not the upstairs head, and he went with what looked good at that particular moment. And he kept that choice from the first time he saw. I think he talked to Tresha first before he talked to Bernicia. But as soon as he saw Bernicia, he was like head over heels, and that's the direction he went towards. It was at least the decision that he made for himself, or the show made for him. So